Hi guys, it's Mary here and welcome back to another build video. Today we are building a home for these three young adult Sims, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I actually don't like the way that this house turned out. I tried a new thing that I don't usually do. Usually when I build completely new houses, I like to find pictures of exteriors of houses and try to model the house after those pictures, and then when I'm satisfied with the exterior of the house, I just try to make the floor plan go along with the outside, if that makes sense. So I don't really put that much thought into it, I just do what works so that it still looks nice from the outside, but of course I want the house to be usable and the Sims to be able to use all the space. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't usually start with a floor plan, but I tried to do it this time. I went online and I searched for a floor plan that I thought looked good, and I thought that I would just try to replicate the floor plan as much as possible, and then I would do the exterior after that. But what this led into was that I just put so much energy and effort into trying to replicate the exact squares of the floor plan that I looked at, and when I was done with it, I kind of didn't like the way that it turned out, and also I had no inspiration or energy left to do the exterior of the house. So I guess it wasn't the most fun experience, but still it was a learning experience, I guess you could say. Now I know what works for me and what doesn't in terms of building houses in The Sims. So that's always nice, I guess. And another challenging aspect of building this house was that I had a set budget that I needed to stick to, since these are three Sims that I've previously played with and they have now moved out from their original families, and I play with the No 20k handout mod, which is a mod that makes it so that the Sims they don't get the usual 20k simoleons that they usually get from the game when they move out from their original families. They just take a percentage of the family's money with them, and so they didn't have a lot of money with them when I went into building this house. I thought it would be enough to build them a nice house, do a little decorating, and get them a nice garden, but that turned out not to be true at all. So I barely did any decorating or furnishing at all, and the exterior also turned out very bland. So yeah, those are, I guess, the factors that contributed to me not liking this house that much, or at least as much as other houses that I've built before. But hopefully that won't discourage you from watching this video, since it was still a fun experience. And what I like about building houses with specific Sims in mind is that you really get to think about what you want them to be doing going forward, and you kind of incorporate those things into the house. So, for example, the three Sims that are moving into this house, they are named Evie, Emily, and Mickey. And Mickey is the male Sim. I guess Mickey isn't really a male name in other parts of the world, but since I'm from Sweden, it's a short form of the name Michael. So if you're named Michael, the chances are that you're going to be called Mickey. So that's where the name is from. And I didn't actually choose the name of him myself. I made him playable since he was the paper delivery boy of Evie's family. Evie is from one of the families of my Build a City challenge, and when she grew up to be a teenager, she got the family aspiration, and as you know, family Sims, they want to settle down fairly quick. They tend to roll wants for having their first kiss, going steady, and stuff like that. So, and since I also roll all of my Sims their preferences for, you know, male or female Sims. Evie, she rolled the preferences for male Sims, and there was kind of a shortage of other teenage Sims who were male and who were not related to Evie. So Mickey, he was one of the few Sims that she actually could get romantically involved with, and she did, or at least they ended up dating for a while. But then when she asked Mickey to go steady with her, he actually he turned her down, and she was kind of heartbroken after that. But they still they were friends at that time, and after that I kind of just had them do friendly interactions, thinking that they would, you know, maybe some other Sim would come along and they could just remain best friends who had crushes on each other, but nothing more than that. But then after a while, when they became best friends, I was like, well, I can try again, you know. Maybe it was the fact that their lifetime relationship wasn't high enough that made him turn her down last time, because they had a pretty good attraction score, if I remember. I think they had at least 1 or maybe 2 bolts, so that, you know, with the mods that I use the I don't remember what's it called. I think it's called Romance mod, and I think it's by Pescado, but I might be wrong on that. But anyway, what that mod does is that it changes the game mechanics so that the Sims are a little bit more, you know, picky with the Sims that they get romantically involved with. And it's based on, I think, aspiration and attraction score and stuff like that. But Mickey, he's a fortune Sim, and Evie's a family Sim. So those aspirations, they're kind of compatible from what I understand. And also they had like 1 or 2 bolts. So I thought that, well, this should be enough for them to go steady, since they're now also best friends and they have a high lifetime relationship. So I had Evie ask him to go steady again, but he shut her down a second time, and I felt so bad for her. She was so sad. After that, she kind of just, you know, stayed home, spent time with her family and her little sister, being consoled by them. And I was kind of, I was a bit confused about what to do with her after that, you know, because by then I had figured out that there wouldn't be any more teenage Sims in her generation that she could get romantically involved with. So what I did was that I actually aged Mickey up with her, and I also aged up the townie Emily, a friend that she had previously brought home from school and gotten along great with. I decided to age the 3 of them up together and also let them move in together so that I could kind of continue their story, especially the story between Evie and Mickey. Because the way that I see it now, the way that I'm going to play it, is that Mickey, being a fortune Sim, he's a very, you know, ambitious Sim. He goes after what he wants. He doesn't want any distractions, which is further, you know, evidenced by him working as a paper delivery boy while attending high school and being a fortune Sim. So I kind of think of it like he really likes Evie. They're compatible. He has a crush on her as well. But at that time when she asked him to go steady with her, he just wasn't ready, or he didn't want to make time for a relationship because he wanted to focus on, you know, his studies and his job. So that's where it kind of fell apart. But well, maybe things will be different now that they're in college together. That's what I'm going to try to figure out, at least, or that's the way I'm going to play it. And then Emily, she can be her like kind of being a support to Evie. And also it's always fun, or at least I think it's fun, to once in a while bring townies from the townie pool and make them playable and have them, you know, have their own lives and fulfill their wants. Because oftentimes you just see the townies when your playable Sims go to community a lot and they interact with them there, but in this way you can kind of give them a story of their own, and I think that's really fun. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning to do with these 3 Sims going forward. And you can also see that I made 3 bedrooms in total, one which is a little bigger and 2 which are smaller. And what I'm thinking is that if Mickey and Evie end up together, then they can move into this big bedroom, which I'm thinking will be for Evie, for starters, but then they can move in together and make the 3rd bedroom into an office or something like that. But as of now, they really don't have that much money, so you will see it later, but I kind of just give them a double bed each, and that's about it. I also built into the rooms these built-in closets that you can buy, but they are kind of expensive, so I wasn't able to put them in from the start, but at least it's prepared for putting in those closets. Here you can see I'm looking at the price and I'm like, oh no, that won't work. So I decided not to put them in, but I probably will later once they have started to earn some money of their own. But yeah, those are kind of my plans for this household. And when it comes to my plans for this channel going forward, I kind of I'm thinking of doing, more of these videos, these build videos, and talk a little bit more about my Sims and the way that I play, because I think that's really interesting when other people tell me in their videos about the way that they play and the rules and stuff like that. So I'm going to do more of that. And also, since this neighborhood is a Build a City Challenge neighborhood, I've come quite a long way. I'm currently at the 3rd generation, which Evie, Mickey and Emily are all a part of. And I think at the time of recording this, I have 12 to 14 households, something like that, which I play rotationally. So it will be a while before I come back to this family and get to play them, but I'm really looking forward to it. And that for me is one of the key factors for why I play rotationally, so that you don't get bored of the same family and don't play them for too long. You get to kind of look forward to seeing each family again as you go along playing the neighborhood. So yeah, so more of these kind of build videos where I talk about my Sims. Also, I'm planning on putting up some Create a Sim videos where I create mostly townies, I think, for this neighborhood, and some more, Max's makeovers where I make over the lots that come with the lot bin in every neighborhood, because let's be honest, they're not always the prettiest or the most well thought out in terms of floor plans and stuff like that. So I like to kind of renovate those once in a while and make them part of the neighborhood as well. And also something that I think would be really fun would be to make an introduction video to this neighborhood and tell you all a bit about the rules that I play with and a little bit about the families and stuff like that, because those are also the types of videos that I really appreciate when other people are doing. So that's something that I've thought of doing myself as well. But I don't think that I have a whole lot more to say about this particular build. You will see me kind of furnishing it a bit with the money that they have, even though it's not a lot. So I'm going to just let you listen to the music for the rest of the video, and I would like to thank you for watching this far. Hopefully you will enjoy the rest of the video as well, and I hope that you have a really nice day going forward. If you like this video, it would make me really happy if you leave a like and also maybe a comment about what you thought about the build and the Sims, if you have any ideas of what I should do with them when I play them the next time around. I would think that would be really fun to hear some of your suggestions for what I should do with them. Otherwise, if you want more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you around in the future. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you back here next time. Bye!